Camilla, filled with sorrow, pleaded to King Charles for rightful justice. Harry strikes her with the ferocity of an antagonist. The portrayal of Camilla as the antagonist fails to capture the genuine and captivating essence of the woman we have come to form a connection with. Greetings and an incredibly delightful reception to the Princess Diana News YouTube channel. I am constantly surprised at how things with Harry manage to worsen each time we think they can't possibly get any more difficult. Following his confrontation with his brother and father, the Spare has now directed his anger towards Camilla, the Queen Consort. This situation is reminiscent of a dark folklore tale, isn't it? The stepmother displays cunning tactics and an unwavering determination, demonstrating her ambition through calculated manipulation. She takes the place of the king's stunning and kind first wife, and proceeds to inflict severe harm upon the children. In the meantime, the impoverished and feeble father finds himself unable to resist her. He fell under her spell effortlessly, remaining unaware of her deceitful tactics, such as cunningly manipulating both the media and public opinion, much like a master manipulator. Harry aims to persuade us that not only is she intimidating, but she also poses a significant threat. In a clever twist, Harry alleged that Camilla, his stepmother, had divulged information to the press regarding her initial encounter with Prince William. Harry's television interviews, intended to promote his book, have strangely presented conflicting information. At the start, during his conversation with ITV's Tom Bradby and the British viewers, he clarified that he did not criticize Camilla in his book. However, when he engaged in a conversation with American interviewer Anderson Cooper, his criticism towards Camilla in the book became incredibly harsh. Surprisingly, during his third interview on Good Morning America, Harry added further complexity by stating that he doesn't view the Queen Consort as a wicked stepmother. So, Harry, could you please clarify your perspective? What is your honest view on the situation? Although Harry may have different feelings towards Camilla, he acknowledges that both he and William attempted to prevent their father from marrying her. In a conversation with Anderson Cooper, he casually responded when asked why, stating that although he could accept her as a mistress, he firmly disapproved of regarding her as a wife. Elevate her to the same level as my mother. Although Harry doesn't explicitly state it, his implications about Charles and Camilla's marriage are quite evident. He conveyed the message that she lacks sufficient capability and is of lower status compared to him. Not just Charles, but Prince Harry as well. This substance is incredibly dreadful. This passage is not only characterized by entitlement and snobbery, but it also showcases blatant sexism by deeming Camilla unworthy of becoming Queen Consort due to her previous status as a mistress and divorcee. To put it in a clever way, it's quite fascinating that Harry, who is commonly regarded as enlightened and forward-thinking, took such a stance. However, above all else, it demonstrates Harry's growing and palpable resentment towards his father, fueling much of his inner turmoil. Harry's intense anger suggests that he holds Charles responsible for Diana's tragic demise, allowing him to seek retribution through all possible means. Camilla is positioned as the central figure in the midst of the revenge scheme. In the mind of young Harry, who is still deeply affected by the tragic loss of his mother, Camilla is believed to be the source of all the misfortunes that have befallen his family. He firmly believes that the presence of Camilla in their marriage drastically altered the outcome. Perhaps if Camilla hadn't been in the picture, his parents could have developed feelings for one another. Perhaps they had the potential to become a cohesive and content family unit. And above all, perhaps Diana might not have met her untimely demise in such a manner. If Camilla had not been secretly observing the polo fields, radiating cheerfulness and youthfulness, while Diana was secluded in her room, overwhelmed with sadness, the relationship between Charles and Diana would have been perfect. Certainly, those who possess knowledge regarding their marriage understand that the situation was far more intricate than what has been previously mentioned. They were never well suited for each other. It was an unfortunate occurrence that should have been prevented. Diana's youth and naivety were abundantly evident. Charles had already developed strong feelings for Camilla. His heart was completely unattainable. the two individuals did not align well emotionally or intellectually. They had few common interests or aspirations, and their relationship was far from a fairy tale. Their relationship was a complete disaster, and from the very start, they both longed to break free from it. However, Harry's perception of the situation is quite different in his idealized version of reality. In his imagination, he portrays Meghan as Cinderella and depicts his sister-in-law Catherine as a more attractive representation of the ugly stepsisters. He believes that the paparazzi and the media are predatory scavengers, while Dodi Fayed is portrayed as a charming hero, destined to rescue the enchanting princess with her captivating fiery eyes. I believe we are well aware of Camilla's true nature. In Harry's narrative, there exists a character donning a distinctively sharp hat and navigating on a broomstick. Ultimately, it is undeniable that Camilla played a significant role in creating distance and tension between Charles and Diana. As a young boy, it must have been incredibly difficult for Harry to witness the Queen Consort replacing his mother, causing him great emotional distress. Not just in his father's love, but also in the adoration of the nation. Camilla's diligent efforts throughout the years have effectively demonstrated her deservingness of her current position. However, it is important to remember that a difficult personal situation does not automatically make someone a bad person. Ultimately, individuals are intricate, and so is life, particularly when it comes to the complexities of love. However, none of this is apparent to Harry. His perception is clouded by both the rage and distress caused by his personal tragedy. Harry, like many individuals who are experiencing significant emotional distress, is behaving in an aggressive manner towards others. In general, individuals who experience significant pain tend to lash out at others in an attempt to inflict harm, albeit not always intentionally, yet achieving fairly successful results. Emotionally transferring pain may provide temporary relief, but in the long run, it only intensifies the suffering and distances them from their loved ones. Harry is presently replicating his father's actions precisely. In a retaliatory move, he intends to hold Charles accountable for the negative consequences stemming from his relationship with Diana by targeting Camilla, the person closest to his heart. She is truly the one who holds his father's heart. She is the person he is destined to be with, and she has played a crucial role in saving him in numerous ways. It is truly heart-wrenching to witness. Additionally, one cannot ignore the blatant hypocrisy. Due to Harry's consistent emphasis, it is evident that he continuously expresses the immense impact the reputed assaults on Meghan have had on their emotional well-being. The minimal level of criticism or doubt towards Meghan's intentions played a significant role in adding to her distress. Eventually, the situation deteriorated to such an extent that fleeing was their only viable option. Certainly, Harry, being well acquainted with the emotions associated with witnessing the person you hold dearest in the world being deeply troubled, experiencing hostile attacks, and being portrayed unfavorably, should have a profound comprehension. Particularly when a significant portion of it is factually incorrect. Due to Harry's frequent rants, he continually fails to accurately understand Camilla's connection with the media. Camilla is not the type to engage in such behavior. In her quest to win others over, she understands that demeaning others, a tactic utilized by Harry, would not be her approach. On the contrary, she achieves it by focusing on her own tasks, staying out of others' affairs, and consistently delivering exceptional results. And it's hard to argue that she doesn't do that exceptionally well. Furthermore, let's examine the issue of Camilla divulging her discussion with William. That statement is simply false. Those specific pieces of information were never communicated to the press by her. Therefore, attempting to portray Camilla as a villain is truly ridiculous. It is the content that fuels conspiracy theories and nonsensical videos on TikTok. She does not possess manipulative qualities nor does she pose any danger, she lacks excessive ambition, and she is devoid of scheming tendencies. Although I don't have personal acquaintance with Camilla, I can confidently state that Harry's portrayal of her is completely unrecognizable compared to the individual we all know well. Camilla, much like other women of her social standing and age, embodies typical characteristics. She possesses a delightful warmth, captivating charm, an easygoing nature, and a fantastic sense of humor. Camilla possesses remarkable intellect, a contagious laughter, and finds utmost joy in engaging in lively conversations over a glass of wine. Whether the topic revolves around food, politics, children, or the current state of the nation, Camilla holds unwavering opinions on all. She possesses a strong devotion towards her family and her children. And she actively supports causes that deeply resonate with her, particularly the issue of domestic violence against women. She possesses an abundant vivacity. When she enters a room, she brightens it with her presence, and her focus is never solely on herself. She belongs to the category of individuals who constantly inquire in order to familiarize themselves with others. She has a way of making others believe that their lives are much more exciting than they actually are. Charles clearly has a deep affection for her. Frequently, he can be spotted gazing at her, his face slightly flushed, filled with undeniable delight. Camilla differs from Charles in her relaxed approach towards old-fashioned etiquette. She has absolutely no concern. She reluctantly pretends to agree, but her indifference is clear. Camilla exudes sincerity and originality, and her warmth and charm are truly captivating. Firstly, her confidence is clearly evident. She possesses a strong sense of self-assurance. And we all know that it is quite difficult to resist. Therefore, if individuals are fooled by her charisma, it is because of that reason. The reason behind Markle's negative portrayal in the media is not due to any malevolent campaign. I am not entirely grasp Harry's ultimate objective. In other words, with the way things are going, it seems like Harry will continue to reveal royal secrets endlessly until there is nothing left. However, I am confident about one thing. Painting sinners all around you will never lead you to become a saint.